When I lost sight of all life, all I could see was red. All I remember is blood and pain. Because Araknie here today will review Betrayer for you. Betrayer? But I hardly know her. Well, that is a thing you can do at the end, but I'll let you figure out what that means. This game is not as simple or straightforward as its gameplay. There's a lot of nicely hidden decisions among the most blatant ones you can make to really muddle the waters. Why is that important? Because you are an exorcist that needs to go to the eastern coast of what will become the United States. There have been strange happenings that result in the disappearance of all Spanish, British, and native people. How can this be? That's at least 100,000 humans gone, with just traces and bones left behind? How can this happened? Well, it's up to you to figure it out. And you choose how much you wanna figure. There's a basic plot and investigations you're gonna need to do, with questioning and gathering of clues, but the rest of it is optional. You don't need to do everything to get the best ending, just what you're told by a certain character in the game. I'll call her Maiden in Red. Her name will be revealed, but that's not something I'm going to spoil for you. So yeah, I'm talking about a more recent game, even if this is still something released in 2013, but from a now defunct developer. We're used to those in this channel, it kinda fits here either way. It's from my line of extra time games, something I play if the original plan ends up short and I've got plenty of energy to stream left on me. This one is worth reviewing. I mean, the whole plot is already interesting and the gameplay juggles various things all at once. What you'll have to do is move around in various open maps and search for things and people, but during the day you can only find items. To find the people you'll have to find ghosts, and those only come out at night. But first, you've got to find a very special bell. It can turn day to night in just a ring, and with that you can finally see what hides beneath the surface. That's also important for exploration, since some things can only be interacted with during the day or during the night. Even the enemies change, so that keeps a very interesting perspective on what you need to do and interact and fight. As you can see, this is a first-person game, so the shooting needed to be good. Unfortunately, it's not very refined, considering enemies can spawn at night, and even during the day they are very hidden, that's fundamental, plus they are very fast. The problem is not that they're particularly strong, the strongest one dies in 3 hits. It's that you don't move faster than most of them, even with all the upgrades. Also, you're in the 1600s, so what you have is 4 different weapons. A bow, a crossbow, a pistol and a musket. The only one that reloads fast is the bow. You can get better versions of the others, but they are quite slow even then. So it was mainly a bow round with the occasional use of the other 2 weapons, since you can keep 3 max in rotation. And I know they are accurate to the time period, but they're not particularly precise. What I want when I shoot things in video games is responsive controls and precision. Plus ease of use and fast reloading unless I'm using a comically large weapon. Realism don't matter to me at all. Zero. Nilch. Nada. Per niente. Nisto. And never. There is a lot more I could say, but I'll move on to how it looks and sounds. This game has 2 visual options. The default one is on a grayscale with highlights only for the color red. The other is the full palette. I suggest using the grayscale. It has a storytelling purpose to be there, it's tied to the Maiden in Red, and she's the main story. Plus it makes better use of its light horror vibes that way. When you're exploring an abandoned town, or searching for a ghost, or even finding yourself in a forest, watching the wind move things around you, that's where it shines the best, with the interesting art style. Because not with the music. There simply isn't any. It's all about that atmosphere and setting the stage. I need an ambient track, even Breath of the Wild style, something minimal. Exploring any game for more than 10 hours without any music is just not for me. How do I describe something that just isn't? Well, I don't. That's why I put another soundtrack here as a substitute. Something subtle, something appropriate. See, this wasn't hard, atmospheric, and not out of place. In the end, I like this game very much, but I can't love it. That's why Betrayer gets only a 7 out of 10. Resolve the issue with realism this title has and it would be a tense masterpiece. Alas, not everybody can do it first try. Unfortunately, this game was released in the 90s, and that means that if you don't do it first try, you don't do it at all. Modern gaming is to game developers what a mistress is to her bitch. As it turns out, many people are into cock and ball torture. Not me. If you wanna see me play the games that I will review plus some extra stuff, catch me on Twitch at Araknie Retro. It's been Natural Habitat, you see? Until next time, ciao ciao!